Ruby's Adventure and His New Friend. Hello, my young friends. Today, Ruby surprised me with a new adventure. Are you ready to hear today's story? Let's begin. Ruby loved school very much. One day, while he was sitting in class, the teacher entered with a new student. She introduced him to the class and said, "This is your new classmate, Taffy. He will sit next to Ruby." Ruby warmly welcomed Taffy and felt happy to have a new friend in class. During lunch break, Ruby spoke with Taffy and learned where he lived. He discovered that Taffy had transferred from another school because he had quarreled with a student who used to bully him. And in that fight, Taffy broke the bully's nose. As days passed, Taffy became a close friend to Ruby, and they spent much time together at school. One quiet evening, Ruby told his mother about his new friend Taffy and shared everything he knew about him. His mother said, "Ruby, I feel that Taffy's temperament is different from yours. Be cautious and choose your friends wisely." Ruby asked, "May I go to his house after school to play together?" She replied, "No, my dear, I have not yet met his parents, and I must know where you are going before I agree." Ruby nodded, though he was not entirely convinced. The next day after school, Taffy said to Ruby, "Would you come with me to my house to play video games?" Ruby hesitated for a moment, then agreed, even though he knew his mother had not permitted it. He thought to himself, "I'll stay only for a short while and return home before my mother notices my absence." When they arrived at Taffy's house, they began playing and enjoying their time. While they were playing, Ruby's phone battery ran out, and the phone turned off. Soon after, Taffy's father entered the house, and a heated argument broke out between him and his son. Suddenly, the father began beating Taffy violently. Ruby felt frightened and tried to stop the father, but the man shouted angrily, "What are you doing in my house?" Then he pushed Ruby forcefully, causing Ruby's head to hit the wall, and he lost consciousness. Meanwhile, Ruby's mother was anxiously waiting for him to return, as he was late beyond his usual time. She tried calling him repeatedly, but his phone was off. Fortunately, she had placed a tracking device in his bag for safety, so she was able to locate him. She informed the police and hurried to the place. When she arrived, she found that the police had already reached the scene. She entered the house and found Ruby unconscious and bleeding from his head. An ambulance arrived, and Ruby was taken to the hospital immediately. After receiving treatment, Ruby regained consciousness and found his mother sitting beside him, holding his hand. He looked at her and said in a faint voice, "I'm sorry, Mother. I was wrong not to listen to your advice." His mother smiled and said, "The important thing is that you're safe now, Ruby." The police arrested Taffy's father to hold him accountable for his actions, and Taffy stayed with his mother until things settled. From that day on, Ruby learned an important lesson, that obeying one's parents and asking their permission before going anywhere is essential, and that choosing friends wisely and following sincere advice protects us from many troubles. Ruby lived happily thereafter and became more careful to listen to his parents' guidance.